Coming up on Cedar Valley Today, Hunger Action Month is coming to a close. And a Cedar Falls church creates a new campus in Waverly.
And it's Wartburg Homecoming. We'll be talking to Lori Everhard about the week's upcoming events. This is Cedar Valley Today.
We come to you with breaking news this morning from Bremer County. Good morning, I'm Christina Alexander.
And I'm Tyler Metcalf. The Bremer County Sheriff's Office says they are now investigating the cause of death for a Denver, Iowa man. Police say they received reports of a possible death Saturday night on 2712 Larrabee Avenue in Denver.
When police arrived, they say they found a man dead inside the home. Officials have not released the man's name and are still investigating the cause of death, but they say they don't expect foul play.
The Chickasaw County Sheriff's Office is warning people of a new phone scam using popular store names like Walmart. Officials say they have received reports of scammers saying they are the IRS. Police say the scammer calls to say you are being audited, and if you don't pay now, you'll be arrested. Chickasaw County Police say scammers are also sending emails pretending to be Walmart and asking for cash.
And the Northeast Iowa Food Bank is spreading awareness of hunger in the Cedar Valley area. Action Month is ending in the Northeast Iowa Food Bank in Waterloo. The call for food and necessities in the 15 counties the bank serves is not over.
Over the years, the picture of what we do has really changed. It's gone from more of an emergency one-time thing to more of a supplemental ongoing.
The Northeast Iowa Food Bank has multiple programs for children and elderly citizens, such as the Kids Cafe, Backpack Program, and the Elderly Nutrition Program, as well as the Food Pantry. Prater says the types of people who visit the food pantry are in a number of various circumstances.
People are working, but they're just having a hard time making ends meet, or their hours at work could have been cut, or it could be a senior on a fixed income. It could be grandparents who are now taking care of their grandchildren.
Supervisor at the Cedar Valley Food Pantry, Leah White, says that even though the number of people coming to the food bank is high, amounts of food are not infinite.
When the people come here, whatever these here numbers on these here color codes says, that's how much food each family is allowed to take. Some of them, like our yellow ones there, that says 1 per cart, those are large enough items where they got enough in there where it can serve any size family from 1 to 7.
Prater says that 47,000 Iowans lack access to an adequate food supply, and that September is a great time to start bringing awareness to the issue. The Northeast Iowa Food Bank will be organizing a number of events in the upcoming months, such as the Student Food Drive at the beginning of October. To find out more about how to get involved with the Northeast Iowa Food Bank and their upcoming events, check out their website and Facebook page.
The Orchard Hill Church in Cedar Falls is adding an expansion in Waverly. The expansion comes after the church's growing numbers of Waverly families. The new campus opened on September 27th and is located at the Waverly Shell Rock Middle School. The church hopes the new location will reach out to the new generation. Orchard Hill has been in Cedar Falls for 50 years, with 20 of the years focusing on college students.
The mission is to help next generations encounter and follow Jesus to bless a broken world. And for 20 years, Orchard Hill Church has had a desire to reach next generations through campus ministry here at UNI. And we're really excited to see Wartburg students have a place to worship.
Orchard Hill Church hopes that this expansion will have positive effects on the community of Waverly. The Center for Community Engagement at Wartburg College has moved. The Center for Community Engagement was located on the second floor of the Vogel Library at Wartburg. The movement was initiated when Dean Kittle was offered the position of Dean of Students at Wartburg. Joe Dorrance says it allows their office to be in a more visible location for students since it is now in the Student Center.
I think the good part about being in student life is all the students know where to come to hear about their dorms, their roommates, activities on campus. All the campus programming is out of this office suite. So I really think it's going to give me a better opportunity to meet with students earlier rather than later. And since this is just kind of a hub for where students gather, I'll have a chance to meet with them more often.
Coming up, the Earth is still reeling from the new information NASA released about Mars.
Stay with us.
You're an active person. You always want the best from your body. And when an injury slows you down, you turn to the best. At the Waverly Health Center Orthopedic Clinic, Dr. Linda Martin, nurse practitioner Carrie Van E, and the Health Center team offer cutting-edge technology and personal patient-centered care. Knee and hip injuries, muscle strains and tears, no matter what sidelines you. Let our team get you back in the game. Waverly Health Center. We make a difference you can feel.
NASA has made a critical discovery about the planet Mars.
You're an active person. You
NASA
always
says
want the
this
best
may
from your
have
body.
ramifications in the search for life on the planet. Researchers have known for years that Mars had water frozen at its poles, atmosphere, and in tiny puddles on the surface. But now images show that salty water periodically flows across the planet's surface.
Liquid water, even if it's super salty, briny water, gives the possibility that if there's life on Mars, that we have a way to describe how it might.
Pope Francis is back in Rome now after his first ever visit to the United States. While on the plane, he spoke to reporters about sexual abuse within the Catholic Church. He met with 5 abuse victims while in Philadelphia and reiterated his commitment to hold priests accountable. His trip also took him to the White House and the halls of Congress. He filled New York City's Madison Square Garden and paid his respects at the 9/11 Memorial. And at the United Nations, Pope Francis urged world leaders to think of the poor. 3 former University of Minnesota Duluth coaches filed a federal discrimination lawsuit against the school yesterday.
Shannon Miller, Jen Banford, and Annette Willis are all openly gay. 2 were dismissed after several successful seasons, and 1 resigned. They say the school discriminated against them on the basis of gender and sexual orientation. The school released a statement last week disputing the discrimination claims.
And certainly Title IX has been tremendously successful. We've seen the number of women playing interscholastic sports jump from 300,000 to 3 million in just a few years. But as events in Duluth demonstrate, the progress has not been uniform across the board.
And now let's take a look at your weather.
You live in the fast lane. We get that. Nothing can slow you down, not even managing your finances. Stay on the move with Farmer State Bank's mobile app. Deposit checks and transfer money quickly and securely. Farmer State Bank. Ready for the app? Visit us online today.
Is it best if I look at you, or?
You can probably look at
Okay, all right.
The Wartburg College Knights will be home for the night this weekend as they celebrate Homecoming 2015. Now we welcome Lori Everhart. Lori is from the Alumni and Parent Relations and Annual Giving Associate. Lori, can you first tell me what exactly it is you do for Homecoming?
Well, I work with the Homecoming Committee, and that's the group of students that plan and do everything that we need to make homecoming happen. And then in addition to that, my primary responsibilities for homecoming have to do with the reunions, where we have alums come back to celebrate their graduation years.
You discussed planning. What does it take, to plan for a week like this?
It takes a lot of people and a lot of time. Our student committee actually starts back in February with a retreat where they plan the theme and start to break into their committees and make preliminary plans for homecoming. And then once they're back on campus, they meet weekly as a whole committee, but then they also do things outside of that to get everything ready for homecoming.
Can you explain the theme then and how that's chosen, the process you go through for that?
Absolutely. So our theme this year is Home for the Night, and it's a really fun process. We really just go ahead and start with brainstorming. So we break the committee up and they just write down anything they can think of that might be a homecoming theme, and then we bring the group back together, we narrow it down, we actually walk away from it a little bit, do a few other activities, and then come back, and that committee in that evening decides what the theme will be.
So when you're planning for this, do you go, look at last year's schedule and try to kind of take stuff from that and try to make changes and improvements?
Absolutely. The previous year's schedule is always our basis for starting, but at the end of homecoming, so next week we will get together as an office and also debrief our committee and talk about what went well, what we think we can improve for the next year. It's always a constant process to try to make it the best experience possible for the students, for faculty, staff, and for all the alums that come back.
What are some of the main events going on during homecoming week?
Oh, there are so many. As far as students go, we've got Castle Capers, the pep rally, there's the parade, the football game on Saturday, Oktoberfest. And then for alums coming back there are reunions on Saturday. We're having our first ever Wartburg happy hour at the Waverly Golf and Country Club this Friday night. And then they also have opportunities to take part in the Hall of Fame athletic dinner. And there's also a dinner this year to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Wartburg West.
Is there any event in particular that might be your favorite?
I would have to say my favorite is probably the reunions. That's what I put a lot of time into. But from those who graduated just 5 years ago to people who graduated back in 1955, it is so much fun to see people come back and for the short time they're here on campus really have that sense of community and that sense of love that they have for Wartburg. I think that's my favorite part.
What's the type of atmosphere do you think during homecoming week?
Homecoming it's a lot of memories, it's a lot of celebration, it's everybody just feeling really proud to be part of this community and joining together as one.
Is there something that I might not have touched on that you'd like to add for people to know?
Oh gosh, just to really get out there and be a part of it, whether you're a student or whether you're an alum that's coming back, go to different activities and see everything that's going on, maybe attend something different that you haven't done before, just to see all the aspects of homecoming.
Alrighty, perfect. We'd like to thank Lori for spending some time with us this morning and giving us more details about homecoming week.
When was the last time you got hyped up about your checking account? It's easy at State Bank. With Hype Checking, you can earn up to 2.04% APY on balances up to $25,000. Plus, get a free debit card with unlimited transactions, reimbursement up to $15 in ATM fees per cycle, free online banking, mobile banking, bill pay, and more. Get hyped up at State Bank with checking that earns you more. Open yours today. State Bank. Community-minded, customer-focused. Member FDIC.
It's internet and TV like never before. Introducing Extreme. With extreme flexibility to watch live TV on your favorite devices in your home, plus the power to watch your DVR shows on the go. Extreme speeds up to 150 meg and an ultra-fast Wi-Fi system built for multi-streaming HD. You can even access popular apps on your TV. Simple, powerful, extreme. New from MediaCom.
And today is National Coffee Day.
NationalDayCalendar.com suggests enjoying a cup or two of your favorite coffee.
A number of coffees, restaurants, and grocery chains are offering free or discounted coffee for today.
They include Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, and McDonald's. Some are going the charitable route, such as Caribou Coffee. For every cup of coffee sold today, they're donating one to nurses and families in cancer centers. Meanwhile, Starbucks is launching a tree planting initiative.
Thanks for watching Cedar Valley Today. Tune in next week for more stories from the Cedar Valley.
And be sure to like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.